Welcome back to another episode of the Lifestyle Pioneers. So if you've missed the last episode, we've left Litchfield National Park. We're making our way south towards Katherine, and we're here in the moment trying to make our way into this gorge, but it's getting a little tricky and I'm really keen for a swim. Stick around, let's see if we make it. Out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. We just come down Umbrawarra Gorge Road to get to the gorge. It's about 5 k's south of Pine Creek. We have had the hot tip that this road is really corrugated. So Simon's just going to let down the tyres. I'm going to go double check all the doors are stowed properly and everything is put away 100% in the van so that we don't have any more incidents. We're pretty confident we fixed the door problem on the undersink cabinet. The fix that we got from Zone, seems to be holding up really well. Like, that door is lock solid, so just going to double check that everything is 100% tight and sealed and put away before we head down this track. So what I'm just going to check, even though these are shut, that they're latched properly. We have been caught out before where they've not 100% latched, particularly this bathroom one, because it's got my toiletries in there. Basically what I'm doing is just giving all the cabinets are nice, just double check that they're all latched properly, that if I just give it a little, it's not going to move. What do you call that? A little shimmy. I do love this van. It is so good. You can tell just how good all the seals are and how good all the cabinetry is, that we're going to head down these roads. Even if we do have something go wrong, it's going to be minor. It's not going to be major. It's not going to fill with dust and dirt, and I'm not going to have to clean anything when we get there. And hopefully this road puts a lot of other people off and we get it all to ourselves. Does anyone else lock the door and then walk away and then go back and lock it again because you just locked it but you've forgotten whether you locked it or not? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Simon let the tyres down to 24 and I think we're still going to be in for a very slow ride into this gorge.
Yeah, I went a bit lower than we normally do because we'd heard it was pretty rough, and after the damage we got going into Umbrawarra Falls in Kakadu, I thought, I might experiment with some lower pressures. I was having a chat to a guy at the caravan park too about what pressures he runs, and he was going a lot lower than me. So it's all a bit of a learning curve, but I went down to 24 all around in the van for now. Still keep a bit more in the rear of the ute just because it's got so much weight on the rear, and then the front axle in the car the same as the van. So I think I'm just sort of experimenting. We're going to be doing the gib in a few weeks, so I just want to get a feel for, this feels pretty good. It's a pretty good ride in the van, in the car. It's got an oncoming vehicle here. It's tricky with the corrugations on a rough road. There's a lot of floodways and washouts on this road. So, it's pretty hard that you can't sort of go quick enough to get up on top of the corrugations. You just got to take it easy through here because there's a lot of big holes and basically anywhere there's a creek or any sort of water course, slow right down because it's going to be a doozy. Yeah, just running in four-wheel drive high makes it a bit safer and a bit better on the track, and especially if you're going into, you know, reasonably high-speed corners with corrugations, it's pretty easy to lose the front. You know, you can understeer pretty hard, especially when you've got 3 tonne of caravan behind you. So it's worthwhile just running in four-wheel drive. It just gives you a lot more steerage.
Someone's stolen my chair, standard. That's what happens when you have the best chair in the house. Someone's always sitting in it. How was the road, darling?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I don't know what all the fuss was about. There's definitely a few big washouts and that. You got to be careful. You got to take it pretty easy, but it's only a short drive. I think it's only about 20 k's of dirt. So yeah, definitely driven worse roads in our time. There's a bloody coaster bus in here, so it can't be that bad. So we're just going to chill out this afternoon, I think. It must be getting on. Must be probably about 4 o'clock now. We just set up camp. There's actually a little patch of grass here, she's pretty well just a big open area, the campground here at the gorge. It's $10 a family a night. I think it's $5 an adult, $2 or $3 a kid or something, or $10 a family. And then the gorge itself is about a 1k walk in. So we'll give that a crack in the morning. I think we'll go down there nice and early tomorrow, have a bit of a swim, and chill out down there, check out the gorge, and then come back. And then we're going to keep moving from here a little bit closer to Katherine. We did have one major rookie mistake on the way in here when we stopped to let the tyres down at the start of the gravel road. We got out to film and stuff as well, and Liz was checking the inside of the van. Anyway, there's a lot going on. I opened the tailgate of the ute to get my thongs out of the back, and forgot to shut the tailgate. So I didn't realise till we got into camp here, and I went to reverse a little bit, and could tell from the way the reverse camera was that we'd left the bloody tailgate open. So somehow, amazingly, like when I opened the tailgate, I pulled our backpack out and left it on the tailgate, and half the gear that I'd pulled out was all still sitting on the tailgate. It looks like nothing's missing, like everything's still there. It's just, I can't believe it. Must be a really smooth driver, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's we got away with that one. Like, yeah, I mean, things were just sitting here. Like, I had things just sitting there and the tailgate sitting like that the whole way down. Now, obviously, we got a bit of dust in, but that's not the end of the world. It normally gets a bit of dust in there anyway, so there's nothing in there that, you know, needs to stay dust free. But yeah, anyway, classic rookies. That's what happens when you get tired and you're distracted. It really does pay, and this is me, I should take my own advice here. It really does pay, no matter how long you've stopped for or what you've done when you stopped. Just do a quick walk around to your rig before you hit the road.
All right, this morning we're off to Umbrawarra Gorge. It's apparently a 1k return hike in, and we're going to head off for a swim. Yeah, really looking forward to a swim this morning. Something that NT does really well is swimming holes. I was worried when we came up here there'd be a lot of beautiful swimming holes. Good morning. I was worried there would be a lot of beautiful swimming holes with lots of crocs, and that we wouldn't be able to swim in many places, but there's so many places that are really well signposted where you can and cannot swim. And yeah, I like it. I feel like we've been able to have a freshwater swim almost every day, which is awesome, especially when we're saving water. So yeah, loving the NT, loving it. For those of you who would be like me, I guess, who are terrified about bringing a 2-year-old near crocodiles, it's actually pretty good. I think most of the fear is in your head, and I certainly have it. I'm not immune to it, but it's definitely been better than I thought it would be. And it's definitely, like, once I'm here, I can see that it's very well signposted, and it's very obvious where there's crocs, where there's not crocs. So, yeah, let's go check it out.
Someone's been gluing leaves together. Have you ever seen anything like that? It's almost like a spider web. I don't know if it's naturally occurring or what it is, but Yeah, it's like some sort of nest or cocoon or something. I think if we go across that way, we might be able to get up the other side and go a bit further up and see what's around the corner.
Butterflies. We found some butterflies hanging off this wall, but there's like hundreds of them. Look at this.
So we're not really sure how much further to go up the gorge. This trail is unmarked and it's gradually getting harder and harder to sort of spot where to go. Yeah, especially with the kids on, you know, like it's a lot of rock scrambling now up the gorge as far as I can see. But we passed a bit of a swimming spot not too far back, so I think we're just going to backtrack a bit, have a swim and then start trekking out. It's been absolutely unreal. We just found these awesome like little beetles. We have no idea what they are, but they're absolutely, like they're literally neon in colour. They're so vibrant, and just thousands and thousands of butterflies that we stirred up coming through the gorge. So yeah, really awesome spot. There's these cascading ferns coming down the gorge walls. It's definitely a stunning gorge.
Not. Oh. Going to come full on before.
Give your legs and your feet a bit of a rub while you're in here so you can get a bit of a wash. Is Harrison on your right? I'm just going for a swim up here.
Yeah, sure. Let's grab it under.
Strawberry dog.
Scrub. That was amazing. That was sensational. We've got this place all to ourselves. The water is perfect for swimming. The kids had a ball. They've been building sandcastles. We've been floating. Simon had a little snooze. I did some yoga. It just, those butterflies and the bugs topped it off. I don't know what kind of bugs they are, but so good. I just can't get over how beautiful this place is. It's just, it's perfect. It's really perfect. So I think we'll have this spot on our to come back to list one day. Yeah. We've had a good time. Now all we've got to do is get out of here.
Okay.
Wish us luck.
steps.
It's 7:35. What are we doing in the car?
We're going to go and try and get ourselves a site at Edith Falls. Yeah, I think most people camping here are doing exactly the same thing as us. So
It's early. There's no coffee. Let's roll out.
Oh, all right. Not really with it this morning. I figure we're going to have to sit here and wait for a while to get a sight, so might as well sit up there and have coffee and have breakfast and sit at camp. So. Anyway, we'll be right. Such princesses. I used to get up at bloody 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Now getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to struggle. For years, yeah. Well, we made it. Pretty painless process in the end. Just had to wait. Okay, you can go and get it. Just watch out for cars. Yeah, pretty painless process in the end. Just had to wait our turn patiently and yeah, got a site, no worries. So we booked in for 3 nights. We'll see how we go. There's a couple of nice big walks here to do and some shorter ones. To go up to some other swimming holes, which is pretty tempting, but there's a beautiful big swimming hole here as well on the waterfall. We'll go and check that out soon. So yeah, it's just gonna get set up and it's still only mid-morning. Still don't have a, it's getting hot already, isn't it?
It's hot. I don't know if I'm meant for hot weather.
We'll get some airflow going.
Yeah.
Get the awning out, get some of this sun off the van, and then I think it should be pretty well swim time.
Swim time.
Yeah. Ready for a swim, boys?
Yeah, we're ready.
Ready for a swim?
Ready.
No, swim time. Well, good morning. Almost afternoon. We went for a good swim yesterday. We went down to the falls and had a good paddle around and swam out to the waterfall. Decent swim.
It's probably 150, 200 metres.
Yeah, it's a big swim with kids. But yeah, it was awesome
Yeah.
and got to play in the waterfall a bit and have a bit of fun. Water was a bit fresh, but beautiful and refreshing. We'll probably go down there again later today. We had plans yesterday afternoon. We were talking about going for one of the hikes today. We didn't. But there's reasons for that. We're getting better at identifying, I think, when we're pushing ourselves a bit too much, trying to do a bit too much. Yeah, I think it's a big difference between travelling full-time and a holiday. If this was just a holiday, sure, you're just going to smash out, see as much as you can see, and then do that. Full-time's a bit different.
Full-time's a bit different. It's almost like you work 5 days a week and then you need your weekend to just unwind, and you often need more than one weekend to unwind. So we're a bit like that at the moment.
We've just spent the morning just enjoying. Liz has been doing some drawing. The kids have been playing out on the grass area here. I've been able to get some work done, have a shower. Just really boring, mundane stuff. But I think we sense it in the kids. We sense it in ourselves. When you're trying to do a bit too much, and we're all getting a bit tired. Everyone gets a bit narky. We're a bit frustrated with each other yesterday, and you just sort of got to identify that and realise that it's time to just slow down a bit and take a break, because we always feel better after a break. We all felt a bit better after going for a good swim yesterday. A bit of exercise always helps. Cooling off, I think, because you know, when you're a bit frustrated and it's hot and you're sweaty and
Yeah.
you get into it. We're not that we weren't fighting or anything like that, but it's just, you just notice a bit of tension and you're just a bit short with each other and with the kids, and they're a bit frustrated. So definitely going for a swim yesterday, cooling off, literally and figuratively. And yeah, just getting a bit of exercise makes a big difference too.
And getting that little bit of me space, I guess,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, everyone needs that, especially if you're travelling full time.
Absolutely. So look,
Yeah.
swim this afternoon. There's a bit of live music here at the campground tonight. We're loving this campground at Edith. We can see why it's so popular. It's got great facilities, good showers and toilets, nice hot showers. There's a little camp kitchen, barbecue facilities. There's a kiosk up the front. You can get takeaway food if you like.
You can walk to the water, like it's like a 100-metre walk to a place where you can swim.
That's a big win.
That is a big win.
Yeah, and grass.
And grass.
Around here, being out of the dust and having the kids being able to play outside and not be in the dust and the dirt all the time. As much as that's fine the majority of the time, it's nice to have a break from it.
It doesn't stop them from getting dirty, but it's not. It's a nice illusion.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we're going to chill out here this afternoon, probably go for a swim like we said, and then go and check out this live music and stuff tonight. And then tomorrow we will do one of these walks. We're going to have not a super early start, but we will get up and moving before the heat of the day. And we'll go and do this. I think it's a 4K walk.
I think it's a 4K. It's also James's pretend birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. So James's actual birthday is in about 3 days. And we're going to be in the middle of nowhere, chances are, with no phone service. This is a nice spot. There's a few other kids around. We've got phone service so he can talk to his grandparents and his other rellies and stuff. So we're just telling him his birthday's tomorrow. We're going to do a cake. We're going to try and cook a cake in the Weber.
Yeah, that's on the list for today.
We've never cooked a cake in the Weber before or done really any baking in the Weber. So that's going to be interesting. We'll show you that and see
We've
whether...
got to make a Women's Weekly cake book crocodile cake.
He's adamant. He's adamant he wants a crocodile cake, so we'll see how that comes off. We're trying to ask around the campground for some green food colouring so we can get the icing happening, but we'll see how we go.
Because I was planning on going shopping in Katherine, but anyway, before his birthday, but here's a better spot, so we're just going to make do with what we've got.
We're going ad-lib birthday.
Wish us luck.
Yeah.
Let's see how we go.
See how this works out. Right. Righto, we're going to give this cake thing a crack. So Liz has just knocked up some batter. What have you made?
It's a vanilla cupcake recipe that's going to not be cupcakes. It's just going to be cake.
In the Thermomix. So we don't really have a, cake tin. So we got this little bacon tray sort of thing. It's fairly shallow. Just going to see what happens, see how it works. So I just got the Weber preheating. We'll try and get that up. I think, what do you reckon, about 180? I'll just try and get it stable.
Precisely 180.
Yeah, exactly 180, yeah. So we'll try and get the temperature pretty stable in the Weber, and then we'll throw the cake in there, and I'll just have to keep an eye on it, make sure it's not getting too hot, and see what happens.
Sorry, it took a bit long. We can see you here.
Want to see the cake? It's in there.
Right, I think we got the Barbie pretty good. Just going to chuck this in, see what happens. Well, I'll do the old skewer test. Getting a clean skewer wherever I go. It's not very golden on top, but it's starting to get pretty dark on the bottom. I'm worried about burning the bottom of it. I don't know how long it's been in there, probably about 25 minutes, half an hour maybe. So I'll just show you here, if you come in, Liz. I just used an old oven rack just as a bit of a trivet, just to keep the bottom of the tin up off the bottom. To keep the bottom of the tin up off the plate, and just obviously save burning the arse out of it, and obviously put it on the plate side, not the grill side. Just trying to stop as much of that direct heat as we can. See how we go. I reckon it might be not burn on the bottom, but she's pretty well cooked on the bottom. But yeah, we'll get away with it for sure. So I'm going to pull this rack out now. We're going to now use this as a cooling rack. So I'll pull it out. We'll give it a quick clean up and let it cool down. I'll go and run it under the tap, and then we'll use that as a cooling rack to cool it down once we turn it out of its tin.
So what we've done is we've cooked the cake, and then we let it cool and we put it in the freezer. That's why it looks really, really tough at the moment. And that's just so that when you cut it, it doesn't crumble away at the edges. You get a really sharp line, and yeah, way easy to ice and all those other things, and then it just defrosts and it tastes delicious. So we're making this crocodile cake. I've just traced an outline, and the kids and us will let the kids decorate it tomorrow. So it's more just about getting the shape right today. Look at this. So there's going to be 2 eyes there, nose down here, teeth down the side.
Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jane. Happy birthday.
Yeah. To you. Open it up.
Do you get to open presents?
I know. Maybe Tommy.
Him again, you reckon?
Maybe. Maybe Pooey.
Who?
Pooey.
Pooey. Yeah, I got your poo for your
Happy
birthday.
Winnie. You can go in there, Jane.
What is it?
I'm
What is it? What is it, James? No, wow.
We're off on another walk this morning. We're heading to a waterfall at the top of Edith Falls. And we've got some exciting news.
It's James's birthday.
It's James's birthday.
Happy 3, James.
Happy 3! Woo. In other exciting news, the Sydney Morning Herald just wrote an article that we feature in, and they put a link into our YouTube channel, which is so cool. So we're in this Sunday's Sydney Morning Herald, which is awesome. So we're pretty stoked about that. Such a small channel to get mentioned. We're over the moon.
Yeah, wrapped with it.
Yeah. All right, we've got about 4 Ks to punch out this morning and a couple of swims. Let's do it. This looks amazing.
What do you reckon of your birthday waterfall, James?
Yeah.
Yep, good.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You do it.
He's trying to do it himself. He was doing so well by himself. He's 3 now. He's doing everything by himself. Not much different to when he was 2, really.
I won't help you.
You do your
anymore.
pants and shoes by yourself?
You did it by yourself.
Uh-oh.
I pulled it back.
Uh-oh.
You sit down, take your shoes off.
Ah, this looks so good. All right, we'll negotiate with the 3-year-old and then we might even go for a swim. Wicked swim, unreal, great spot, well worth the walk. If you can't hear James in the background, the wheels have completely fallen off. It's we pushed it probably a little bit hard, stayed there pretty much all morning. It's now already after lunch. There's actually a little bit of decent phone service at the top of the hill there as well. So we took the opportunity to catch up on a few things, bits of work, and making a few posts reminding you guys about our episodes coming out and little things like that. So we'll head back down the hill now and go have some lunch and make this cake for the little fella's birthday, and maybe have a few beers, I reckon, and chill out for the arvo. Just doing some cake decorating.
So we've used lollies as...
His head is enormous.
Don't touch,
And
James.
they whipped that
We've got Milo icing, because we didn't have any green food colouring,
Yeah.
and a packet of Allen's mixed lollies. And we've used all the raspberries and creams and peaches and creams, or strawberries and creams and peaches and creams, cut them up and used the white side for teeth. And we've got a couple of marshmallows on top. Pretty happy considering what we're working with.
It's enormous.
It's good teamwork, Dale.
Pretty happy with that. Pretty fun. Good fun little project to do with the kids too.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip. Hooray! 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 Oh, keep going.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Birthday time. That is Edith Falls done and dusted for us. We're off this morning, had a great few nights here. Really recommend Edith Falls if you're in the area travelling through. Stop in, I reckon 2 nights at least. 3 is great, 4 would be even better. There's heaps to see and do, especially if you want to do one of the longer walks that's here. There is a walk there you can do that's about 8k. Yeah, which I think it'd be fantastic to do. It goes up to Sweetwater Pool and a couple of other spots. So check that out. Boys are in the car. You ready to go, boys?
Yeah.
Finish picking your nose?
Yeah.
James, you good to go? Got his new toys. Got a couple of new figurines for his birthday. We'll just go check and see how Liz is getting on. You ready to go?
Almost. I'm just shutting the hatches. And then let's roll.
Let's roll. What do you reckon? Edith Falls done?
Oh, it's worth the money to come in. So I did have thoughts when we were in the free camp, oh, maybe we'll just free camp and then, you know, drive in and out. The grass is worth it alone, let alone, yeah, how easy it is to walk to the water from here. Stay here.
Yeah, $35 a night for a family, but I think, yeah, particularly if you've got kids, it's well worth it. There's plenty of other kids around here. There's good grassy areas for them to play, which are pretty rare up in this part of the country. And yeah, and like Liz said, you can just walk down the water, which means you can go for more than one swim a day and you just head down there. If you don't have kids in that though, and you are looking to sort of do things on a bit more of a budget, the free camp is 10k up the road. It's fine. It's just a bit dusty and dry, obviously, but you could easily day trip here from there, and I reckon plenty of people do. There's a beautiful big grassy day use area as well. Good toilet facilities here, so you could easily come in here and smash out a day, and then do some of the walks as well. So yeah, look, take your pick. But don't miss it. Don't skip Edith Falls. And at the very least, do the walk up to the pool, up to, what is it called? Just the upper pool. At the very least, do the walk up to the upper pool because it was just outstanding. The bottom pool's way easy to access, obviously, and easy for your regular swims, but up top was just a lot more picturesque, I suppose. So yeah, that does us for Edith Falls. We're going to wrap up here. We're going to go into Katherine now. We're going to do some restocking, get some food and stuff, and then we're banging out west. We are heading west, but we've got one more stop up our sleeve before we cross the WA border. That'll be in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us out. Really look forward to seeing you in the next one as we head over towards Western Australia. So stick around for that, and we'll see you then. We will see you next Sunday. See you then. Bye.
Back up, clean up,
yeah,
lunch, dishes.
All the domestic stuff. I'll probably just have a beer while Liz does all that, and yeah.
Sounds about right though.
Oh, please. Look at that hat hair. How good is that?
And I'm pretty easy to impress, aren't I?
Well, Exhibit A. Anyway, we're just gonna. Hey, mate. No. All good. No, just creating magic.
I just walked from the car to the caravan, unlocked the caravan, and I think I got sunburned in the time it took me to walk.
Harrison's having a snap off, dropping the kids off at the pool. There's no pool, it's a composting toilet. Dropping the kids off with the other kids, with last week's kids.